Welcome to yet another wonderful episode. And like I promised in the last episode, today I have with me a very wonderful, amazing guest. She's as beautiful physically as she is in her head. I'm just going to let her introduce herself because she's going to take us through a very wonderful episode for today, which everyone needs to hear, especially if you have kids and maybe you're a parent or you know a parent somewhere or you're a guardian, just in short. And even before I let her introduce herself, please like this video, share it with somebody that you think might need to hear this information, and don't forget to subscribe. So, karibu sana.
Thank you, Jacinta, for having me here.
Okay.
I take it as an honor. God bless you. My name is Agnes. I'm a teacher by profession. I've been in the teaching profession field for the last 15 years.
Wow.
I am a mentor. I mentor children, the youth, the teenage, call it. That's basically being a teacher. I think I feel it's my duty to mentor children, and I think I've been doing it the best way possible. I am a mother of 4 children,
Wow. Okay.
teenagers and preteens, and I'm married, and I'm a Christian, and I feel today is a great day, and I feel happy to be here to share what is in me about the experience of having children and what they go through in life and how we are able to cope with them in the areas of maybe school and even at home. So I'm grateful to be here. Thank you so much.
Karibu sana.
Asante.
So, like I said to my guests, you're a very lovely lady, and I can even tell from where you come from.
Thank you.
From which part of Kenya, because we know the lovely ladies where they come from. So,
wow.
if you think you have an idea, please comment down below. So,
Thank you so
anyway,
much.
Teacher Agnes, let me just call you Teacher Agnes because that is
Yes,
how
actually,
I know you.
yeah.
Tell me how you came about to start your profession, first of all, as a teacher. Is it a passion? Is it that, like, when all of us, like, for me, I thought I would be an air hostess, but my parents wanted me to be a nurse. How was it for you to be a teacher? How did you end up there?
I think it has been in me from the beginning, from being when I was a child. I remember those age, the small age.
Yeah.
I used to do most of writings on the walls in our home, beating the surrounding, the trees that were around, like they are the
Your
learners,
students.
and myself, I'm the teacher. And even now, right away, that is around 20 years, 30 years down the lane, the writings of the charcoal are still on my dad's buildings where we used to write. I could teach children. I think it was basically an inborn thing. I am a child of a teacher. My dad was a teacher.
Okay.
I think I schooled in the school that he was a deputy head teacher for quite some time.
Oh, okay.
And to make it more even better, my dad was a class teacher to me when I was in class 8.
And how was that for you?
I tell you, it is not, you know the African parent bringing up how it was, because my dad was tough. My dad was
you're a
tough.
teacher. You're a tough teacher. And in case I forgot to mention this, she teaches my kids. Some of them have passed through your hands. Some of them are through your hands. And they tell me, Teacher Agnes, she's fire. So I can imagine your dad.
Actually, I think I'm a disciplinarian from the word go. And but I think I also, apart from even being a disciplinarian, being there for the children, or having been a teacher or being a teacher has helped me. I know when to discipline and when to bring them close, and when we can laugh, and they know when it is time for serious business. That was my dad. My dad, I can tell you, we never used to leave our home. We used to be home. We have homework set aside for us. You have to do it. My dad used to sit down with you, do a paper from number 1 to 50 together.
What?
He was a mathematician. He was a mathematician, and I loved mathematics so much. Though he was tough, because I remember failing a question was not a joke. You could
I can
get
imagine,
thorough
first of
beating.
all, they say that girls don't like maths. So how was it
Yes.
for you? Because I think I left maths. I dropped maths when I was in class. When I started doing times.
You know, for maths, I think on the primary side, when you're in primary section,
Yeah.
the primary mathematics are a little bit easier and like you
Easier?
like,
Mine was harder in class.
And I love maths. Till now, I think I'm a mathematics
Yeah,
teacher,
maths teacher.
and I'm known to be a maths teacher. But now when we get to secondary school, I think because of now it's a different environment, different world, there is that tendency of girls feeling like mathematics a little bit
much,
difficult.
yeah.
So Form 1 I used to do well, but basically as we were going down the lane, it became a little bit of a challenge. But I think when I was finishing up, mathematics was my best and I felt good about it.
Wow.
And I take this back to my dad, who was my math teacher, and actually taking me through a whole weekend. In the evening, we could do maths. Me and my brother, I remember my second-born brother, we were sat down by my dad, who could teach us all the subjects, not basically mathematics, English, Kiswahili, but maths was his main.
Okay.
I remember when I was doing my KCP, I was position 3 in school, and I salute my dad for this.
You
May
are a
he
bright
rest in
kid.
peace. But
Oh.
he's such a wonderful soul,
He really
and I
shaped your
take
life.
up to do his duty or his whatever he left behind. I keep doing it because he was a lovable man. And those who know my dad, they can tell you, my dad was a great teacher, and I pursue to become a great teacher. Yes.
That begs the question of this whole dynamic of where fathers and daughters.
Yes.
Would you say that you really had a strong connection with him, and maybe you also performed very well because you did not want to let him down?
Let me, at a point, I would say maybe I performed well because there was pressure on my side. You see, there is that pressure. You have to perform.
Yeah.
For him, you had to perform. These are the same, the parent, I'm talking about African parent. You have to.
Yeah,
You have to perform. There was
nothing,
no
yeah.
like, you bring your marks, you are told, why did you fail this one? Didn't we do it last week? Didn't we do this? He was there. He was a present parent. But I can tell you, the pressure was there. But I think I saw the good part. I feared him. Let me tell you, I feared him.
Yeah.
I felt like he loved. You see, when you are tough, I came to realize when a parent is tough, you feel like he's so good outside,
Yeah,
but
but to
when
you.
on our side, he is a little bit like
Tougher.
he's tougher and like he doesn't love us. But I came to see the best part of it now after clearing Form 4 or in high school. He totally changed. He became a different person.
what is
He is now bringing us close. He was so protective over us, the girls. We are 2 sisters. He was so protective. I could see what he was doing. Like me and my sister, we were left in the house to do household chores, and after that, we go to the books. My brother, they had to go to the garden, go and get
all the
napier
work.
grass, bring it to the
No
cows,
soft
and
life.
do there was no soft life. But for us, my dad was so protective, so protective. Like even when I completed Form 4, I remember he didn't want me to be in the village. He didn't want me. So we completed in November. December we stayed. In January, I was somewhere in a very big hotel that is Outspan. He had spoken to a guy he knew. I went there just to do those small courses, the laundry, pastry,
Housekeeping.
big housekeeping, all that. I stayed there so that I wait for
But not to be at home.
not to be at home. He didn't want me to have that exposure of being at home. He felt like well, if I leave this girl, maybe something might happen. My thinking.
Get ideas.
Yes. And imagine what? He's the one. When I was in Outspan Hotel, he's the one who applied teaching course for me. So I just received a call after 6 months being in hotel in the Outspan. I received a call. You are now needed home. You are supposed to report to Kamwenja Teachers College. So I was like, he already did it. So I just reported. He did it for me. So that was a father for me. I I really, really admired him.
And
I
let me
really felt
ask,
there was that.
present.
Yes.
What about your mom? Because you've told us some very wonderful things
Yes,
about your
my
dad.
mom was there, but you know, there is that part a mother plays, but
Yeah.
it's not that so much, like, it's so much highlighted or so much out. But my mom was also a great mom, I would say. We say, behind every successful what? Man or a woman?
Is a
Man, there
woman.
is a woman.
Yes.
My mom also
Was
did
there.
it because I know we became who we are, or I became who I am because my mom was there.
Yeah.
I also salute her because she's there.
Yeah.
She's really supportive even after the demise of my dad.
Okay.
My mother has been really supportive because after college, I've taken so much time. I gave birth to my firstborn, my secondborn, and in my in between there, I decided to go back to school because of my
And
mother.
tell us about that, first of all, because I usually think that we think that school is before babies. How do you go back to school after you've had kids? Like, what gives you that push?
It was so like after college, that was I did a P1 P1 course that is in Nyeri in Kamonja Teachers College. I got employment immediately I finished college. I think I didn't even stay for 2 days or 3 days. I got employment immediately.
Okay.
Then in 2007, I came to Nairobi. In between there, there was a boyfriend. We've known each other for around 6 years now. In 2007, here Agnes is expectant. I have to leave my village.
You don't get married first, it's babies first. Okay.
So now I'm here in Nairobi. And you know, when you're in the village and you're like Nairobi, everybody admires to be in Nairobi. Now here we are like Nairobi is tougher, but those days you feel,
Nairobi.
and I believe even those still now, we're in the villages right now, when they hear about Nairobi, they want, everybody wants to be here.
To come.
So I was very eager to come. This is a new exposure, it's a new environment. So when I came, I gave birth to my baby girl. She's now in Form 4.
She's already in Form 4?
Yeah, she is in Form 4.
The one in
Bishop Gatimo. Yes.
Yeah, and that is a national school and a very wonderful one.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's now
You
in
must
Form.
be so proud.
I'm so happy and I thank God for everything because it has not been easy, but it's a day at a time.
Yeah.
So I gave birth. Immediately I took a year to take care of my baby. Then I get enrolled in a school. Like I started teaching, just in Kayode PCA Church, PCA.
Okay.
There I took a year. And now currently where I am, where your children are.
Yeah.
I've been there for 15
years.
years.
All those years. What?
Yes, since 2008, September 2008.
What? And
till
now
to date.
the kids came.
Kids now have come in this school.
And you've now gone back to school.
And now in the process.
Okay.
I got my second born who is now in Form 1. In Form 1.
Yeah.
She's in Kenya High. I decided to go back to school.
Tell me first of all that moment of deciding I want to go back to school. By then you had 3 kids, right?
Yes. No, I had 2.
You had 2.
Now, when I'm deciding, I had 2. The third one came when I'm doing.
So how are you juggling? You're a wife, you're a mom, you're a teacher, you're in school.
I think I'm a bird of many feathers. I don't know even. It's
and first
not
of all,
easy.
Is your husband supportive? What kind of a man is he for him to be there when you're handling all these things?
Let me tell you, at times, as a woman, I think when you make decision, you get a lot of setbacks. What do I call them? You get a lot of, like, not everybody who is supportive. But let me tell you, your family will always support what you do.
Yeah.
My mom, my sisters, my brother were for it, yes. And my mom could remind me, you know what? Your dad said, P1 is not the end. You have to go back to school. And you must make your dad happy. So, as far much I was making my dad happy, I was also still not comfortable. I wanted to do something for myself.
Yeah.
I felt it's too much being in P1. Like, I have to do something. Agnes, you've stayed.
P1,
it's just a certificate.
Oh, okay.
So like, Agnes, you've been too much in this school. You have to do something. People are going back. You need to do something.
People are coming in who
you see,
have gone to university with degrees.
that step of procrastination. Yes. You like, I will do tomorrow.
Next year.
I will go next year. I just decided. I took myself to University of Nairobi. I took the forms. I asked them, do I qualify with whatever grade I got in high school? Do I qualify? They said yes. And there, and I enrolled. And let me tell you.
Was it physical? Was it
Yeah,
something
it was
to do
physical.
online? So you had to leave and go to
I was going there every holiday.
Okay.
Every holiday we close school. I don't have time with my children.
You're going to school.
But one thing my husband put clear to me, you have to be coming back home.
Yeah.
You have to be
you cannot mood.
Nobody. You know what happens when you are in school? There are so many things. I think so many things were crossing in his mind. You know, for men at times, they feel like there is
But
like
even
this
after
is some
you've had 2
insecurity.
kids.
Yes, even after having 2 kids. Even now, when you have 4 kids, you are so well dressed and someone is still asking.
Then I feel like he's also a different type, a different breed of men, because most of us, especially the women that I've worked with, including myself, we were in relationships where men kept telling us, after you've had a kid, your life is done.
Your life is done.
You're not even pretty anymore. And so many women have been put down by men in their lives.
True. I
Yeah,
understand.
which is like very different, especially to hear that they are wonderful men. Who support their women.
They are there, regardless of how much maybe they may not be, or maybe 80% of them is not willing. There is that 20 that they feel that like. At times they feel I don't maybe have an option. This girl is set.
She's going to go to school.
He's not asking for fee from me. Like she's already set to go back to school. But I think it's something that I had to sit him down. So when he agreed, I didn't have an option. I'll be coming home. It's okay. So the school, when I was going to Nairobi University, the classes were not in the main campus. We were going to Jamhuri Primary. That is where the group.
Now Ngong Road.
Yes. Sometimes it's raining.
So now those are 2 connections.
Yes. You have to go. You don't have to miss class. You see now, there are those, you have regular students. We were entitled outreach students, those who come over the holidays.
Okay.
So you can imagine commuting for 3 good years. At a point, I became expectant again. Here is my third born.
And you're still going to...
I remember a time I was commuting.
I even admire, first of all, the energy inside you. Like, I think I would go for a month.
Yes, their exams, their assignment to do. You got home late. Their discussion to be made.
Your kids are still waiting.
Yes.
Husband is still waiting.
Yes. Their presentation to be made. Agnes, you have to. This is a holiday, a short holiday of only 1 month. You need to do all this. You need to be a mother also. So there is so much encircled in one person. Anyway, the pressure was too much, but at the end of it all, it was me. I had to push myself. Here is my third born. I give birth to my third born. I still continue. I remember at a point, I was coming home, I got home, and Agnes was like bleeding, like something is not right. So I was almost losing my third baby. I think because of the commuting, you have to walk. At times we had to walk from Jamhuri to town. This Agnes is expectant. He's walking from Jamhuri to town. You can imagine walking. It's a lot. But I thank God. I thank God. Down the line, I finished. But at a point,
it was worth it. All this.
It was worth. It was worth. But because
would you do it any way, any differently?
Actually, as we talk, I think I should be going to class in the next 2 months. I think.
Again?
Yes. But now doing something different.
Oh, okay.
But it was worth. Though the pressure, there was a lot of fatigue in it. It was worth because in every step of life, there is what you learn something new. The exposure is different. You learn, you cope, you get exposed with so many people who have a lot of skills that you are not having before. So I would say it was worth. I would say it was worth.
Would you do things differently if you had to go back in time? Would you maybe have waited, or would you still do things the same way?
If I had waited, or if I didn't go to school, I think I would not have the exposure I have. I wouldn't be where I am. There is always a limitation.
Yeah.
There is always a limitation of your schooling. The entitlement of even feeling I can speak to the children and tell them, even my children, they see me as a role model.
Yeah.
I tell them, Mom, you have to get to where I am. By the time they are there, I'm another level.
Yeah.
I want always to stand as a role model to them. Because I had told my daughter, it's only that things didn't go well.
Yeah.
I told my daughter that as you're doing your Form 4, I should be doing my master's. But things didn't go as I had planned. But I told her, now when you're going to university, we should be working together. I will walk with you this journey of 4 years in university. I should walk with you. But I think I like it. I wouldn't regret at all.
And you wouldn't change that?
Though still in the same place of work, I also feel it has also helped me.
Yeah.
My children have schooled where I am, from baby class to class 8. So even being there for them, seeing them, following them up, I am able to understand my child. If there is any change in my child, I'm able to notice it very fast. So I took advantage of that. I took advantage of that, and I think that has been the best part of it.
What would you say, apart from your dad wanting to succeed or to do this because your dad had really wanted you to do it, and your kids, what else would you say, like those days? Because I can imagine there were days where you would feel like, it's raining, I do not want to go there. What would keep you going?
Let me tell you, at times when you go to places, you, like, I am one person who, I would say I'm connected to so many people. Being a parent and being a teacher, I think I've met so many people. And when they invite you to go to places, or maybe they're inviting you to their, maybe there is something they have, they're inviting you, the introduction is being done, this is what I'm doing, this is what I do. I think that when you listen to people, you come to realize it's true. People have not slept. People are not sleeping. People are back in school. People are doing great things because of this. People, you are limiting yourself over a good position, or a good, better job, or to do something because of you are limiting yourself. So I would say myself, I had to push myself. And again, younger teachers come after you. Somebody has done masters. Somebody has done PhD. You are there so comfortable with your P1. I felt, no. Agnes, you should do something. And I think I took that as a challenge. And I think it was worth. It is worth. It has given me the boldness of doing whatever I do over the holidays, because I don't like when I am doing my project, like that mentorship program, I want to do it when I'm not like the school calendar, when I'm in holiday, not unless
too much, not
too much, not to interfere with my working schedule. So I just can say it is worth. It is worth. And I don't regret going back to school.
What would you tell a woman there, including myself, because this is something that I also have in plan, to go back to school?
Yeah.
What would you tell that woman who's seated there and thinking, maybe because I'm just doing a guesswork. I'm thinking your age.
Yes.
You're somewhere in your 3rd floor.
Yeah.
What
I'm
would
actually
you tell?
in my 4th floor.
Okay, it's the genes. You see, people like us have good genes. I know them. I know where you come from, because already I can look at you. So, what would you tell that woman who is wondering, who is telling herself, I need to do better for myself, I need to evolve, because I feel like that is what you did for you? How would you encourage her, like, you can do this, you can become better? Like, she's having all these doubts. Maybe she has the kids, she has the family going on, she has maybe a job. She's wondering, she's seeing all these things, because even in the workplaces I've talked to women who say people are coming in, younger people, they want to boss you around because they have better education. Yeah. What would you tell that woman who's sitting there thinking, and maybe is in that position, wondering, should I go back to school?
I think it's all not about going back to school. It's all about doing that you want to start. That what you want to do, do it. Don't wait for tomorrow. Start it. There's nothing. We don't start, like, life doesn't start from top of the tree. You start from the bottom. You go up. Because the minute you keep sleeping on what you want to do, we say graves are very rich. Doctors are in the grave. Engineers are in the grave. Mentors are in the grave. They died with whatever they wanted to do that they never did. What you want to do, do it. Do it. You will never realize until you start. If you want to go to school, go. Don't listen to anybody. Age is just a number. I tell you, Jacinta, we went to school. When I was in that class in the University of Nairobi, I sat in the same class with somebody who is almost going for retirement. I was like, what is she doing?
So,
what is she doing?
why is she going to school?
Back in her mind, she know what she wants. She's just, there are people who, like, don't be too comfortable. Don't be too comfortable. Fine, you may be in the same working institution, but let you do something extra. Do something extra. This world needs somebody who is doing some. Don't be too comfortable. Comfort
don't
zones.
Be like everyone else.
Yes, comfort zones are very dangerous. Tomorrow we can wake up tomorrow and things have changed. You are no longer working there. You've been given a termination letter. What will you do? You never started. You go there, you have no resources, you have no finances. What do you do? Start it. Start it. Because I would say what you have not, the fear of unknown. I think that is the fear of unknown. Because I have so many friends who have always wished to go back to school, but they are like, but this money I can do something. This money, I think I can put business. We have business that have almost, like now, sorry to say, like we are in that era in this country that everything is like now, like in standstill. Business are no longer working. You see, there are those who want shortcuts. You want a shortcut. This one I can buy shamba, nifanye hivi na hivi. But I feel, don't, like the people who are in their 30s, if you feel you want to go to school, go. You want to start a daycare, start. You want to start that small business you've always been starting in your mind. You start in your mind, it has already, it's growing. You know, you see, when you wake up, you are already in your dream. Start it. Don't fear. The fear of unknown is what is killing most of us. It's what is killing the young ones. It's what is killing we women. Like, we are so entitled. They are in the house. I wouldn't blame them because maybe the husband, maybe, you know, there are those who stay in the house. My husband says I should not work. But there is tomorrow. There is tomorrow. Jacinta, you may wake up, your husband is not there. What will you do? You wake up, you are the one, you are the breadwinner of those children. Jacinta, you have been in the house. There's nothing, you don't know anybody. You are so enclosed in the house. Your husband has been providing everything. There's nowhere you can run to. It's always good to get out of comfort zone. Even those husbands, I believe you can still talk to him. Let him understand. Before I get in this house, I had a life. I wanted to be this. We had so many of them who had been brought to the colleges by their husbands. I think people can still change. We are in an era where people have changed.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, fear of unknown. Don't fear starting.
Limiting
Go back to school.
Women.
You're very young.
I have had
Go
the
back to
message.
school.
Yes,
you have these children. They need to look at you and say, if my mom reached there at her age, I should do better than her.
That's true.
Yes.
Wow. Thank you very much. I'm just going to request that we end this here because I would want us to come with another episode now in with what you do with the kids. Your story already has been inspiring enough, and I'm sure for most women are watching out there, they do know that there is life after kids, beyond kids, beyond marriage, beyond relationship.
Yeah, it's there.
So that is what I've gotten from this, and I think it's so amazing. You're such an amazing guest.
Thank you.
So we are going to have a part 2 of this, where she's going now to talk to us about what she does, especially with the kids. So until next time, bye-bye.